Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new video on data warehousing part, that is data cataloging. We'll be watching all the details related to data cataloging and why it is even getting used, what are its features, what are its benefits, all these things in detail we'll be watching in this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So very first we will be moving towards the data warehousing architecture so that we can get a relation that how this data cataloging is even into the picture. So here you can see this is the basic diagram of our data warehousing. So first it starts with data source connecting with the data warehouse and data mart, and then this data modeling and data cataloging goes in hand, and here we are having data cataloging concept coming into the picture. After that we are having various analytics going on, and at the last we are having reporting and visualization over there. So this data cataloging will be moving ahead with. Coming to this slide again, what this data cataloging is: organizing or documenting the data, it is called as data cataloging. That means whenever you are documenting your data points or data sources, it will be called as data cataloging. This is the basic fundamental of data cataloging. What are its key benefit of data cataloging? There are majorly three key benefits, that are data discovery. You will be, if you are having data cataloging into your organization, then data discovery is very efficient, and you may say it's a very beautiful feature of the data cataloging. After that we are having data understanding and context. If you don't having the data discovery and if you don't having the data organization into your business, you may end up with having data swamping, that is the garbage data coming into your databases or data warehouses. Then what it will end up with having, that you will be costing, it will be costing you more, but the usability of the data will be very less. After that it comes that very important feature, that is data governance. Whenever your data is getting organized or profiled, that means whenever it is getting categorized, you will be having very much beautiful feature, that is of data governance, in which you can restrict your data to the various categories. Suppose if your data has been categorized, now you can assign various roles to various categories into your data cataloging. After that, at last, it's collaboration and sharing, of course, that whatever categories you have made into your data cataloging, those data collaboration means those roles you can assign to some of the stakeholders, which comes under the collaboration and data sharing. That means by reading or throughout these concept, we came into conclusion that whenever we are having metadata management, whatever your information about your data, that management, it is only called as your data cataloging. Moving ahead, how it is getting done. So here you can see that in there are various steps with which we pass on, then we are having data cataloging or metadata management into the picture. I will skip this literature for now. I will jump to the example so that you will better understand that how is it getting done. Then you can refer this particular one, or you may take a screenshot in which you can refer later that how it can be done into the summarized way. So coming to the example, here you can see that we are having in first step data discovery. Suppose we are talking about an organization. That organization, it may be having multiple types of data that are or the sources of the data, such that as transactional database, customer relationship management. From CRM it might be coming the data, from the system or inventory system. There are multiple sources with which the data may be flowing into your data warehouse, which comes under the process of data discovery, that you are identifying your data points or the data sources. After that we are having data profiling. Now this data profiling is something which is in regard of collecting the information like table name, column name, data type and primary keys. All these things, whenever we are collecting or we are analyzing, this comes under data profiling. That means we are assigning the technical part of into the data. That means we are having the table names over there. We will be thinking of column names against that, and then what will be the data types and primary keys and all these things comes under data profiling. First data discovery is done, then data profiling is getting done. After that we are having data classification. Here only we are categorizing our data. That suppose if you are having this CRM and then inventory system and the sales report, all these data sources over there, so you may categorize your data into 3 major levels, that is sales, customer and inventory, correct? So whenever these categories are getting categorized, that process it is called as data classification. Then the next process or the next step into your data cataloging is the data documentation, which is the very important part. In that documentation, what you do, you are documenting information like sales data asset, may include description of data column, calculation used. So whatever information it is over there into your data, or the you may say whatever the information related to that particular data asset, that is getting documented into the proper format, it is called as data documentation there. Then we are having relationship mapping. Since in data warehouse it might be there are multiple number of column, and it's for sure that there are multiple number of sorry, not column, it's table. So there are multiple tables into our data warehouse. Now this data warehouse tables is getting mapped with each other. The mapping may be one-to-one, one-to-many. I already explained these up, so you can check out that video as well. And there are multiple relations are there which we are mapping over there into this particular step, which is called as relationship mapping. After that we are having access and permission. This comes under data governance, where we govern our data, or we restrict our data for some particular stakeholder. That means whenever you have categorized your data at this particular location, that data at data classification, now those classified data will be having a set of rules with which it will be getting shared or collaborated with other stakeholders. So that comes under this access permission, in which your access control are defined to restrict sensitive data access. Now at last you are having data collaboration. Of course all these things whatever you have done, these things you have done to only organize your data, and since your whatever employee are there into your organization, they can use that particular data in a very efficient way. So this particular one, data collaboration, comes into picture there. Now we are having some tools on our which are, some of them are paid and some of them are free as well. Which tools are, the famous tool is Collabra, and then Elation, and then Informatica Enterprise Catalog. These tools are there for the data cataloging. That means these Collabra, Elation and AWS Glue, Azure Purview, and then IBM Watson Knowledge Catalog. All these are the paid tools with which we can we can manage our metadata. But only the free open, or we may say open source tool we are having for the data cataloging is Apache Atlas. So you can go and explore this Apache Atlas, which is for the data cataloging or data metadata management. So this was a bit about the data cataloging part and what it is and why it is getting used. You must come to the conclusion that why it is even getting used and what its importance, why we are even using it, and what's the benefit when we will use this data cataloging. So it's a very best practice in any organization to have a data cataloging, or we should have a very proper metadata management into our organization. So this is whole about this video, and thank you so much guys for watching the videos. If you found this video informative, kindly like to the video, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.